Welcome back to our preemptive coverage of election 2004. And once again, national security seems to be dominating the agenda.
Yes, well, of course, the Howard government, traditionally very strong on security, but it now also seems security is fairly strong on them.
The Medicare rebate belongs to patients.
You've been authorised to do this?
No.
Filming?
It was organised at short notice, but I've done it on numerous occasions before.
With who?
With the relevant people. But we're finished, all right?
Okay, can I just go a quick comment about, are you torn personally between Peter King and Malcolm Turnbull?
Absolutely not.
But he's
Thanks,
one of your old friends.
That's it. Okay. All right, very good.
I need to know the person you spoke with.
Gee, it's bad news when a health minister doesn't even get recognised outside a Medicare office.
Well, if they'd known who he was, they would have moved him on even faster.
Well, still on matters of trust and security, can we just have a look at the seat of Iraq, Julian?
Sure, an interesting one, Iraq. Held strongly, of course, for the last 2 decades by the former member, who was retired last year.
Now held by the coalition?
Yes, but only just.
Look, I mean, Howard made a lot of promises about this seat, but so far he just hasn't delivered. I mean, what these constituents really want is better housing, less immigration, and not being tied to electrodes.
How are you calling it, Julian? Is it a safe seat? Well, not if you're living in it. Ooh, and tempting as it must have been, I think Tony Windsor was probably right to turn down the diplomatic post in there.
Of course, both major parties remain divided on the issue of Australian troops in Iraq. To weigh up the two policies, our investigative reporter Charles Firth compiled this special report.
Iraq, a nation at war with itself and us. But why? Some people think it's because we invaded them. Problem is, with around 850 deployed, Howard says our troops will only leave once the violence provoked by their presence has stopped. Howard says recent attacks in Indonesia show that Australia's national security is increasingly fragile and that our troops keep us safe by fighting in a civil war 8,000 kilometres away. Mark Latham, on the other hand, says our troops have no business in Iraq and says they should all be home by Christmas, with a few small exceptions. The troops on the HMAS Stewart, the troops working on aerial surveillance, the troops protecting our embassy, as well as civilian aid workers, medical personnel and specialists to help with the reconstruction. Other than that, there'll be no Australians in Iraq, except for a few journalists. So whose policy is better? Latham wants there to be fewer troops in Iraq, and more defenceless, unarmed Australians there instead. Whereas Howard will continue the same successful policies that have made the world such a safe place for Australians. I'm Charles Firth. Firth with the facts.
The one thing that gets me passionate, it's a very good question. It's a very good question right now. It's the price of beer.
Back live in the National Tally Room, Canberra, where it's time now to present the Mal Award.
Yes, the Mal Award, of course, is named after rugby league legend Mal Meninga, the man who lays claim to the shortest political career in Australian history. Let's relive the magic all over again as he announced his candidacy on local Canberra radio.
I guess throughout my sporting career, I've had the urge to do community work, and I think I've really worked hard on that aspect. My 16 years in Canberra, and the thing about that is that I was, I guess, a public figure, and I was put on on the podium where I was just a person out there making sure that I was. I'm buggered. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
I've resigned.
If only Simon Crean had given up as quickly as that.
Just a marvellous political misjudgment. Well, so much so that we decided to create this award in his honour, to be given each week to the politician who most disgraces themselves in the campaign.
Let's have a look at some of the previous winners from the last election.
Got you a Mal Award here.
Come on!
Congratulations, you're the winner of the Grand Mal. The Chaser, I'm on it. This is for basing a Task Me a campaign on third-hand rumour that nobody knew about.
Okay, the award. My turn. Okay.
I've watched other politicians knock it back. But you've got to take it, hey? I'm going to take it with open arms.
I'm just checking, you don't get it twice in a campaign, do you?
If you try hard.
So many memories, so many worthy recipients.
And we're delighted to announce the first Mal Award of election 2004 goes to the Liberal Party's candidate in Wentworth, Malcolm Turnbull.
Yes, Malcolm, the millionaire lawyer, former chair of Goldman Sachs, wins the award for crying poor in a campaign newsletter.
That's right. Despite being valued at $125 million in this year's BRW Rich List, Turnbull claimed in a recent email to the party faithful that he was at a great financial disadvantage to Labor and urged them all to send him more bucket loads of cash.
So for the sheer fundraising gall, Malcolm gets the Mal.
Congratulations, you've won a Mal already and the campaign's only just starting. This is for claiming you have great financial difficulties on this campaign. You're richer than the Liberal Party and the Labor Party. It's not your award, Heffer.
I'm back, mate.
It's not your award. You've got to do something to win this award, Heffer. Are you not willing to put the money on yourself, Malcolm? Is that the problem? Do you want to take the award?
That's a great trophy.
It's Heffo's. He's back, people. Heffo's back.
Well, thanks very much.
Okay.
That's great.
Yes, great to see our old friend Bill Heffernan there up to his usual tricks.
Mad as ever. Look, with all this talk about national security, I don't know why the Libs don't just get Heffernan to patrol our borders single-handedly. More effective than any Coast Guard.
Yes. Well, one Mal down, another 3 to go. And if you'd like to nominate a politician for the Mal Award, you can always email us at chaseitasides@your.abc.net.au.
And we've already got over 6,000 spam messages from Tim Howard already.
Well, that's just about it from us. Before we go, this is the ABC, so we do have to ensure the coverage tonight has been balanced.
And this year, we're very lucky to have the company Rehaim monitoring the ABC's entire election coverage, be it news, current affairs, or gardening programs.
And this show's certainly no exception. So to find out if we've given more time to one party over the other, Julian, can you calculate the balance and tell us who's ahead?
Well, actually, on my figures, Rehaim are by $200,000.
Money well spent, I'm sure. To take us out tonight, Chas Licciardello accepts the Ease the Squeeze challenge. Posing as a Labor Party stooge, can he beat Mark Latham's earlier total of 7 during a talkback radio call to John Kerr? Good night.
Yes, Tony, good morning.
Yeah, I'm calling to say I like the way Mark Latham's trying to ease the squeeze on us earning $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 and provides a lot of opportunity. If you look at their education policy, a lot of opportunity in schools, that's going to ease the squeeze on the kids now, and when they're older, when they earn $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 a year, you've got the easing the squeeze on the tax.
Yeah, it's obviously you like that expression, ease the squeeze.
I think it's about time someone did ease the squeeze. I just want to know if Howard's going to step aside for Costello.
Yeah.
Because I just can't see Costello easing the squeeze on anyone, especially the people on $30,000, $40,000, $50,000.
Okay.
I mean, look at environmental policy. Like, that's not easing the squeeze on anything. And the Labor say they're going to ease the squeeze on the environment as well, on the trees and on all
the squeeze on the trees.
And I just think that that's important to do.
Well, you're sold, Tony, and that's good. So
I just believe in Labor's opportunity. And Mark Latham's going to provide a lot of opportunity, and he's going to ease the squeeze on the people on...
I knew you would say it one more time, Ex-Mayor. I thought that last caller used Mark Latham's expression of ease the squeeze just one time too many.